Hey guys, can you hear me okay? Let me know if you can hear me. Hey Teron Brown. Let me go ahead and wait for a few people to come in so that we could just go ahead and talk about it. But tonight is just going to be a quick live because I actually saw something on Instagram and I really wanted to know about y'all's opinion about it. Okay, cool. All right, cool. Hey Cammy, hey Brick Flair, hey Miss T. Hi Plays for Keeps 20. Hey Teron. Hey Deja. Hey Deja. Hey y'all Gatson. Okay. Hold on, let me show y'all real quick what I saw on Instagram though. Can y'all see my screen okay? Let me see. All right, y'all. So I ended up seeing this on Instagram and I was just very like, I definitely will call the calls. Yeah, so it says man arrested for shooting 5 women who tried to stop him from abusing his girlfriend and her mother are among the deceased victims. So Wonder Woman, this happened 5 minutes from me. It was heartbreaking. Yeah, like instantly when I saw this, I was like, "Oh no, like I got to talk about this." And I actually saw shout out to the neighborhood talk because they often post a lot of cases on their Instagram. But it says 5 women were shot and 3 of them were killed Wednesday night in Norfolk, Virginia. What started as domestic violence dispute ended in a mass shooting. Investigators revealed that during a domestic dispute, 19-year-old Ziante Palmer shot his girlfriend in front of her home. Immediately, the victim's mother and 3 other women tried to intervene the attack, and he proceeded to shoot them as well. Palmer been taken into police custody and charged with 3 counts of second-degree murder, 1 count of malice wounding, and 4 counts of use of a firearm in the commission of a felony. Later this afternoon, Mayor of Norfolk has organized a support walk for the 3 victims killed and 2 injured last night. So, yeah. I'm like, wow, like they really tried to help and they end up being the ones killed. So, and then I saw this other video as well. Let me share that. Let me know if y'all can see.
Breaking news at noon. A 19-year-old man is behind bars charged with the murder. Breaking news at noon. A 19-year-old man is behind bars charged with the murder of 3 women and hurting 2 others. It was a devastating night for the Norfolk's young terrorist community.
Casey Baylor joins us live. So, Casey, you spoke to neighbors in the area. What did they tell you? Well, Ashley, neighbors are still shaken up by the scene. I mean, just standing here, they were emotional and in tears at the scene where it happened. Now, just take a look behind me. They all did come together to create this little memorial site honoring those 5 women that were involved. Now, police say 19-year-old Zion Tay Palmer killed 3 women in their 40s, Deetra Brown, Nicole Lovewine, and Sarah Costin. A 39-year-old woman and 19-year-old woman are recovering from non-life-threatening injuries. Police say this started as a domestic situation. They responded to a call on Whitaker Lane around 6 last night. One neighbor says she heard several gunshots around that time, and she also saw several children trying to rescue those women shot.
Mothers, women, babies left without mothers. Like, this is not the stock we come from. This is not who we are.
And you can feel the emotion coming from that one neighbor in the area, which is why several community members were walking around handing out these signs with the number for a crisis center and counseling support for those in this community that might need it. We're live in Norfolk. I'm Casey Baylor for 13 News Now.
Okay, Casey, thank you. And the Norfolk Redevelopment and Housing Authority says they're devastated by last night's events. They're going door to door to ensure that neighbors have proper counseling services. And for families seeking support with domestic violence, the Virginia Family Hotline is there to take your call. That number is at the bottom of your screen.
Yeah, y'all. So I don't know. I really wanted to talk about
filled
that.
with whatever kind of
Hold on, y'all.
treasures throughout the city. And it's kind of like a
But yeah, I really wanted to talk about that because I feel like I don't know. It's not. I don't know. It's a dangerous situation because let's just say you do intervene. Your life could be taken away. But also, if you do intervene, you're helping someone. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about that because it's very unfortunate, honestly. I learned my lesson interfering. It feel like we're it feel like we're courageous. The housing project is part of the problem, but it helps just as much as it harms. What do you mean by that, Brick Flair? What do you mean by that? What's going on every day in different states? So sad. Yeah, I feel like nowadays things are just getting so crazy. Like, ugh. I've seen a woman being hit by her boyfriend in an alley while I was at the bank. I called the police, told them what I witnessed, and left. But I didn't go and get physically involved. Honestly, natural TT, that would be me. Honestly, like I'm a type of person I would probably do that. Like I would witness it, and I'll definitely probably will call the police and not really get involved because I'm a woman. Like I can't fight no man. I don't know what's going on. Like I don't know if he has a weapon. I don't have a weapon on me. Like it's just a very risky situation, honestly. If there's a way to help from afar, please do. I agree. You can't even help people these days. So sad. Yeah, if it's your family, you don't think twice, you react. That's another thing. I honestly agree with that, the art of living out loud, because honestly, if it's family, you don't know how you're going to react. Like if I found out my little sister was in that situation, I'm most likely going from 0 to 100 because you're in the mindset of you want to protect that family member. You want to make sure that family member is okay. And I also saw something as well online. I don't know if it was accurate, but I think the girlfriend was pregnant too. So I don't know. This case is very fresh, so there's still like missing information out there. But I saw something like that as well, that she was actually pregnant. And I also saw that she's okay. So I don't know. Being a victim of domestic violence, I would help by calling the police and not get involved. Yeah, well, the article is wrong. The girlfriend is still alive. Yeah, I saw that Wonder Woman 91. I actually saw that in another article as well, that she was actually pregnant and he shot her. Um, he shot her in the shoulder, but she's still alive and she's okay. So I'm praying that this man, he's in jail for a very long time and she can move on with her life. Try to move on, try to get therapy, try to get some help. He shot her before they tried to intervene, so this had to have been going on for a while. He had his mind made up. Mm. He shot her before they tried to intervene. Yeah, something happened prior to for that to even go on. I helped a cousin before, moved all her stuff, and she was right back with him that night. Yeah, I do believe, man. I mean, you have to choose. You have to really wanna leave. At the same time, we have to get away when we first see the warning signs. Right. Y'all, this almost reminds me of this case I did. Let me find it. But it was a case about what's her name? What's her name? Shadina Smith. I don't know if y'all remember when I did that case. But let me see if I can share it real quick. Hold on. If I could share it. And she was actually, this kind of reminds me of that case, but yes, the girlfriend mom died. Yeah, that's sad. Let me go ahead and put it up here. Do y'all remember this case I did? The Shadina Smith didn't deserve this unsolved. This case right here. This is a similar case, but not really. It's really not. But she was actually assaulted by a man coming, I think she was leaving somewhere, she was on her way home, and I think he grabbed her inappropriately. So she goes back in the house and she tells her fiance, which you see right here in this picture, and she tells him, and he's now enraged because he's like, what man touched you, what's going on? So he runs out and he confronts the guy that actually put his hands on her, like sexually, and that same man, he ends up pulling out a gun and shooting him and Shadina. But Shadina Smith, she actually lost her life and he's still alive. So it's almost like in these situations where, do you go back out there and do you react? Like if you see something going on, do you react or do you go straight to the police? Like, I don't know. It's a very tough, it's tough. So this is another situation where he thinks he's doing the right thing because, someone touched his girl inappropriately, but she ended up losing her life because the person that touched her, he pulled out a gun and shot both of them and she didn't live. And that person is actually still out there. Like the cops never got him. So it's almost those situations where like, do you just leave it alone and just go to the cops right away? Because sometimes the cops they don't be helping sometimes. They like kind of slow with certain things. So I don't know. But for me personally, I'm definitely just calling the cops just to be safe because especially if you have kids, especially, you got a lot to live for. So you kind of have to definitely think twice about your decision. Like I have a daughter. If I see a domestic violence situation in front of me, I'm not going to just jump straight into that situation and try to get him off of her and put myself in that situation. I'm going to definitely, okay, I see it. I'm going to call the police. I'm going to stay there in my car probably and call the police to make sure, they arrive. But I'm not just going to jump into that. Yes, I remember that story. So sad. The best thing to do is call the police to protect the safety of others. I agree. Exactly. I'm acting like I didn't see it. I'm calling the cops. Man, you gotta preserve self first. You don't know where people's minds are. Yeah. And I don't think that man hurt. Well, Shadina Smith's fiance, I don't think he thought it through. He's acting like, what, like someone touched you. He's angry, and he goes out there not knowing that the man that touched her, he had a gun on him. He pulled out a gun. You don't ever think about those things. You really don't, until it happens. So it's one of those situations. The social developments from the housing projects, and as well as the black bombing suppression found in housing projects. Oh yeah, there's definitely an issue with that as well. I don't think I've seen that one, but I've been binge watching your vids, but I'm aware of the situation. Thank you, Philly B. Y'all, I be watching my old videos and I be cringing because because it's like I definitely came a long way with with doing these cases. You just have to be true to yourself. If you're not built like that, mind your business, live to fight another day. And with domestic violence situations, they don't leave or press charges. So to risk your life and they may go back, man, all I do is give a detailed call to the cops, no cap. Even if you are built like that. Yeah, that's another thing too. That's happy feet. That's actually an honest statement you just said, because some domestic violence situations, the women or man, we can't forget that men be in domestic violence situations too. You can't forget that, it's a possibility that person can go back to their abuser. So, and then now you're putting your life in danger. So you got to think twice. For me personally, I'm thinking twice about it. I'm not moving so quick. Being tough can get you killed. Not to get off topic, but I think you should do a video on Alexis Murphy. Is Alexis Murphy? I think I know that case. I think I do. Is that the case where she went with this white man from the gas station to go get some Mary Jane? If I'm wrong. Yep, I've witnessed it too many times. Yeah. Mental illnesses are high. Domestic violence situations are complex. You don't know unless you're in one. What are solutions that can be offered for domestic violence? Thought this isn't. It's difficult because what about the situation in Philly where she was raped on the train? Nobody intervened and just recorded. What would you all have done? That I remember that, Philly B. I definitely remember that. I remember that situation. That's crazy. No, that one. I don't know. That one's crazy. Cause you got more than one, like you got multiple people on that train. Like, I don't know. That's crazy. That is crazy. Did all these women die? Yeah, I believe some of the women did die, but I think the girlfriend is still alive. That's what I saw in a recent article. Yes, Leah, that's the one. Philly B, when was this? Yeah, I remember seeing something like that, where a girl was on a train and she was sexually assaulted and no one did anything. It was going on literally right in front of them. That is crazy. That's crazy. I can't even wrap my head around that one. And he can't plead self-defense. He is going straight up the road. He didn't have to take their lives. That was heartless. Did all these women die? Well, was a lot of people on the train. They could have, yeah, that was a lot of people on the train. They could have applied pressure because it's a group. Yeah, that one's crazy because that's a whole group of people on one train, and you see something like that happening. That yeah, they could have prevented that like 2 weeks ago. Yeah, Cece, I could drop a link to an article or news video. I'll be right back. Yeah, drop the link, Philly B, because I remember that. I think I saw that maybe on neighborhoods Talk on Instagram or the Shade Room. I remember seeing that. That was crazy. The fact that people recorded and didn't help is disgusting. Yeah. Wasn't people recording it going on? Yeah, they were. They were. That situation, yeah, drop the link. Philly B, drop the link. Cause that's crazy. I'm not gonna show it on here, but if y'all wanna watch it on your own time, is the link will be in the comments. In the chat. Yeah, sweep the dust. They did. They did. That's crazy. Off topic as well, but could you cover Treasure Hendricks from Chicago? Deja Wells. What is that? Treasure Treasure Hendricks from Chicago. What's that case about? Um, the Treasure Hendricks case. People are sickening. Yeah, nowadays, boy, listen, the world is getting very dark. I don't care what nobody say. The world is definitely getting very dark. Worse and worse. Yes, they definitely should have helped that young lady. How can you just watch and record? And you're recording. That is crazy to me. And it was multiple people on the train too. It wasn't just like two people sitting near side. Nah, it was like a group of people on the train. The times we live in, exactly. The baby too. You say she was pregnant. The girlfriend, in this case for Virginia. Yeah, I believe she was pregnant. That's what I saw in another article. So this case is about a young woman. Oh, the Treasure Hendricks. That's sick as hell. Yeah, people are crazy. People are crazy. I know people tend to record things rather than help these days, but I would have never thought folks would watch this and do absolutely nothing. Like, seriously? Yeah. It's one thing to not say something, but you're recording too. Yeah, you have all that energy to sit down there and record. They're allegedly fixing to charge the bystanders, but I continue to follow the story. Philly B, you dropped the link? You dropped the link in here? Okay, yeah, drop it in here real quick when you find it. And they found her in an ex-cop's RV. Oh yes, Deja. Is it Deja or Deja? Deja Wells. But and they found her in an ex-cop's RV, and now the police department is threatening the family to keep quiet. The Treasure Hendricks case, is that something that just happened like literally a few months ago? Hi Ida 526. Hi. Deja, is that the one that just happened? Sidani, there needs to be more witness bystander training. Some people don't intervene because of fear or not knowing what to do or say. Yes, I agree. I agree. They don't know what to say, or, they don't. The RV belonged to a man named Charlie. So I'm trying to type as fast as I can. No, you're good, girl. It's chill. We're all in here just chilling. Like, it's okay. You don't gotta rush. I'm looking at the comments right now, so I won't miss it. No, it's the first point of things slow. Yes, yes, it recently just happened. Yeah. Okay. Yes. I did see that case. I did see that. It was weird to me, honestly, but I didn't really get to research it. I didn't get to research or do any further, like, looking into it. But I definitely know the case you're talking about. Because I don't understand how she just magically popped up in a cop car. Like, I posted on the I dropped the link. I dropped the link again. Ah, let me get it. Where the link? Where the link, Philly B? I'm trying to look for it. Okay, yeah, drop it. Drop it when you can. Drop it when you can, girl. I posted on the main DJ. I posted on the main article on Facebook, and you can read what I think happened because they're trying to say this young woman overdosed. It's always something crazy like that. It's either overdose, self-inflicting harm. It's always something like you did, but it's never like, you know. There's a picture of her with the cop, so they must have known each other. Yeah, Crusoe, I did see something like that where she knew the cop. Oh, I just watched a quick video. Damn, what in the world is coming to? I'm beyond disgusted. Yeah, I'm sorry. I just sent you a chat on the stream. I was trying to get on your live. My body. Oh, you're fine, Miss Unlovable. You're good. You're a good girl. Yeah, that video, y'all gotta watch that video, the one on the train situation, but in your own time. I'm not posting that on here because it's too much. But I did see that video. That's crazy. I'm Sid. What is it, Sidani? I'm finished my master's in public health now. I'll be interning at a domestic violence shelter soon. I want to make a change. Girl, go, please, please do, cause we need it. I missed some of the stream. What case are we talking about? Oh, okay, so when we first started talking about the case, we were talking about Vandenart. Let me show you real quick, just for the people that's just now coming in. The case we were talking about, if you can see, we were talking about this case. What's his name? Deontay Palmer. We're talking about this case right here. Brick Flare Gypsy praying for the families. Yeah. So pretty much, this is a domestic violence situation, and Deontay Palmer, he pretty much a man arrested for shooting 5 women who tried to stop him from abusing his girlfriend. A girlfriend and her mother are among the deceased victims, but the girlfriend is actually still alive. Because I saw another article, because this case is so fresh. There's so much like different little like details everywhere, but I believe the girlfriend is still alive. But the reason why I started this live was because I really wanted to know, if you saw a domestic situation going on, are you going to intervene, or are you going to mind your business and call the cops? So that's why I just did this quick live, because those are the thoughts I was thinking when I literally saw this on the neighborhood talk on Instagram. So I really just wanted to come on here and talk to y'all about it. I've seen a domestic violence being outside. I just called the police and walked away. OMG, I caught it live. You're such a doll. I love it here, by the way. Thank you, Red Snooty. My first live with you. Hello, everyone. Hi, Riza, sweetie. How are you? Hi, Vantenart. I do see you a couple of times in here. Hey. As a woman, it's not safe to intervene. I don't think it's safe for a man to intervene, but honestly, I think most men would, though. That's another thing too. Any men that's in here in the chat, are you intervening, or are you calling the police? And if you're a man that calls the police, if you see a domestic violence situation, are you less than a man for doing that? Because that's another question too. Like, are you going to view a man, less than because he doesn't want to intervene and he wants to call the cops? Because that's really a dangerous situation. Like I said earlier, the situation. Thank you, Vantart. Thank you, Vantart, so much. The situation with Shadina Smith, where she was assaulted and she goes back inside and tell her fiance. He goes out there to address the guy, and he gets shot and her. But the only thing is, she lost her life. So it's really, I don't know, it's really a hard situation. I would feel guilty. I will feel guilty if I don't. It could be me, my sister, my niece. I would have to help from my car because you never know with people nowadays. Exactly. That's how I feel. You never know. You really never know, honestly, when it comes to situations like that. Yeah, y'all remember that movie? Let me put it up here. Remember that movie, Tyler Perry, Temptations, if y'all remember that movie? And remember the scene when what was the scene? Remember that scene where she was with her husband and they were walking outside? I think they were leaving like a restaurant. And while they were leaving that restaurant, I think some guys were trying to hit on her or talk to her crazy. And y'all remember where her husband was more, on the calmer side. He was very more like just to himself. And she kind of felt some type of way because he didn't say anything in her defense. But I remember him telling her, like, look, you don't know what, you don't know who those men were. Like, it's one of me and it's like three of them. They can have like guns on them, they can have, weapons on them, and you want me to defend you, but I can lose my life and you. And she kind of felt some type of way about that, and that's when she ended up cheating on her husband because she was just in there, messing around with the other guy. Y'all remember that scene? Yes, I remember that movie and that scene. Let me put up the movie if y'all if so I could like just show y'all real quick. Hold on. Oh wow, me also. Yes, beyond horrible. Yeah, hold on. Let me share it real quick. This movie, y'all. Do y'all remember this movie? Yes, I remember. Yeah, like instantly when I think of situations like where you see something either domestic or just something like crazy going on. Yeah, I have that movie Temptation at home. Yeah. That's another situation. And her husband, the one here in the glasses, he was telling her, like, look, babe, I understand you want me to defend you in those situations, but I'm putting my life in danger. It's only one of me and three of them. And then that's when she started messing around with this dude here. Y'all, I think majority of us know this movie and y'all know the scene I'm talking about. But yeah, that's a good example of him telling her. But that didn't mean that he was less than a man because she actually didn't like the fact that he didn't say anything. So she was kind of looking down on her husband. And that's when she started messing around with, the other man and stuff. But that doesn't mean he's less than a man because, he didn't want to act in that moment and fight. So that's another thing too. That's another thing. Philip B, thank you, love. And the whole chat also is a cold world. Praying for you, party lady. Yes, I saw your post, party lady. I will. I will, party lady. Party lady, message me on Instagram. Message me on Instagram. Message me on on Instagram. Even if it wasn't that the abuse make you feel young, it's like being re-raised. Yes, exactly. No news media coverage at all. They want it to be covered up. We having like 5 different conversations in here. But Deja, I'm gonna look into that case because I do remember seeing that one. Honestly, I do remember seeing it. Oh, thank you, CC Black, for the $5 super sticker. Thank you. Yes, love, please do. Yeah, I'm gonna look into it because I did think that was kind of weird and fishy as well. Love your channel content and the way you communicate with your viewers. Keep it up. Thank you, Yesenia. I try to talk to y'all like I'm talking to y'all like regular, like we friends. Like, okay, I have one. I haven't been active. I have to open. I'm sorry, guys. I just love your platform. You have a family-oriented energy. I pray you go far and don't lose your vision. You are different. Oh, thank you, party lady. Or email me. Email me, party lady. If you don't got to do all that. Email me then. Let me leave it here. I check my emails and I be checking all the cases y'all send me. Deja, also send me that case. Also. The enemy is busy. Yep. Yeah, y'all. For case recommendations, you can send it here to my email right here that I have here, leahnicolebusiness@gmail. Yeah, you can send it to me. Send it to me. Players for keeps. That's what I really made it for, so y'all could send me like case recommendations or just anything like YouTube related. Thank you, Dita Queen. To all those going through DV, I'm a survivor. Prayers to you, girl. Do you talk to Data Queen Ascari? Do you talk to other women about pretty much like the precautions to take to leave that situation, or like do you help other women? Love you too, party lady. And I'm so sorry about your sister. Reach out to me. So, if you're here, Dita Queen, like, do you talk to other women on the necessary steps to take? Do you share your story? Because it's good to see, like, survivors, because that means there's hope. You're never, don't ever feel like you're stuck in that situation. Y'all pray for party lady, guys. She lost her sister due to COVID. So please pray for her. Keep her in y'all prayers, guys. It's 98 of y'all in here. So y'all make sure you keep her in your prayers. Make sure you support. You never know what people are going through. You never know. Be kind to people. Please be kind. Be kind. Be kind. Be gentle. Show love. You don't know what people are going on in their lives on a regular. You don't know what people are going through, their thoughts, their feelings. If they're sick, if their family is sick. Prayers for you and your family. Yeah. Does anybody want to say anything? I'm so sorry for your loss, party lady. Does anyone want to say anything? I'm gonna get off around 10:30, y'all, or talk about anything else. But yeah, y'all, I didn't know those codes. Thank you. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I didn't even know those codes existed. I do know that there's like undercover DV support groups that no one really like kind of knows about. But if you're in that situation, you know, you need help, they'll reach out to you, help you with a whole new identity, get you to places safe. So they're out there. I believe that. I think they're definitely out there. Oh, really? He was on dialysis for 30 years. 2013 got her transplant only for to reject. When we got the call to say goodbye Monday, she knew the Lord, y'all, God-fearing woman. Well, that's good. Heavenly Father, let your spirit of comfort rest. Amen. Yes, I do, and I want to reach more women. Yes, I do, and I want to reach more women. Yeah, you should. You definitely should, especially younger women. Like this new case that I'm doing now, um, it's pretty much um the same kind of similar situation, but it's with, you know, like high school and college, and that's another thing I don't think a lot of people talk about, that um domestic situations definitely go on in high school. And now as an adult, like there's a situation in high school where there was this girl that she was in a relationship, and I will always like see her with her boyfriend, and she had other group of friends as well. But like I remember like seeing bruises like on her arm, or like the way he'll kind of like pull on her when they were walking outside like to her house. And this is in high school. Meanwhile, like I'm literally what ninth wait, is it ninth? I think it's middle school. I think I was in 8th grade. Not even high school yet. Like I was literally like in 7th or 8th grade. And I remember seeing that. And I remember her having a conversation. I remember overhearing, like kind of being nosy, hearing her talk to her other friends. And now that I'm older, I'm like, she was in a domestic violence situation. And we were literally only in the 8th grade, 8th, 7th grade. So it's not just with adults either. Like young girls are going through that. So please be careful, y'all. Especially if you have young daughters, young nieces, nephews. Like we need to start holding our young boys accountable as well when it comes to that. Like, it's not okay to hit women. It's not okay. Even when it comes down to like young boys like play fighting with their little sister, or, it's not okay. It's not okay. It's not okay. It's not okay. Because you're going to think that's okay with other women. So you'll be surprised how much, how many cases are like this in just high school alone. Is it me, or is it a trend to kill your partner instead of breaking up and letting it go? I do not like how this is becoming normal. Yeah, it's definitely becoming a thing nowadays. And it's sad. Good night, Keisha. Or Keisha. Yes, I have 2 boys and 1 girl. Yes, young girls, don't let them have money, and they really are aggressive, but girls are also starting to split and punch now too. The moment as like a girl you feel like you gotta start hitting back, like it's a constant thing, and you're hitting them back, like, bro, you're in a domestic violence situation, and it's not okay. Because girls be thinking it's cute especially when you're young, you thinking it's cute when a guy is roughing you up, or, like, it's not cute, and that doesn't mean that he loves you, or, you know, that's not a form of affection. So, yes, it does. I was 15 when it started. Yeah, it goes on. It goes on when you're young. There's a lot of cases in high school and middle school, and then the parents have no idea. Wow. Just joined, but once I was driving and a car was swerving like crazy. When I got on the side of them, the man was bashing the girlfriend in the head, and the door was flying open. When he saw I noticed, he sped off. I called the police but couldn't get a plate. You see? Yup. What movie is that, Party Lady? The About domestic violence in high school, called No One Would Tell. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna watch that. I'm gonna look into it. Where can I find it, Cammy? Is it on like Netflix or YouTube or like HBO? It sounds like a documentary. Is it a documentary? No One Would Tell? Let me look it up. No One Would Tell is the best movie. They remade it last year. Shannon Daltrey, excellent movie, must see. No One Would Tell 90s version in 2020 Lifetime. Oh, it's on YouTube? Okay. Candace Cameron from Full House is in it. It's on the Tubi app. It's based on a true story. Mm. Oh, I see it here. Oh, I think I saw this movie a long time ago. The older daughter from Full House stars in the 90s one, and the kid from Wonder Years. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. I think I seen this a long time ago, but I'm gonna watch it again. We had to watch it in health class in high school. It's a sad story of St. Louis about a 13-year-old girl that was killed by her 15-year-old boyfriend a couple months ago. Mm. That's what I'm saying. This joint be happening like young. Like, before a young boy to start doing that to their girlfriend, they must see something like that at home. You gotta see something. You gotta see that going on at home. Or you don't know how to control your anger. It's either or. But for a 15-year-old, 14-year-old, like, what you know about putting your hands on a woman, a girl, and, like, were the people who were shot strangers? I believe some of the victims was the girl's mother and a girlfriend of the mother's, and I think the others were strangers. Yeah, I think the other ones were strangers. Yeah, they were nearby. There's help out there now. I promise you. They will put you up in an apartment, everything, but you have to want it. Yeah, I believe so too. That's another thing too. Like, if you're trying to leave a domestic violence situation, you gotta try to wanna leave and close close all doors, get all the help you need to leave that situation, because some go right back. What's his name and what state? I'm just tuning in. So his name is Keontae Palmer. And what state is this? Norfolk, Virginia. And pretty much the title explains it. Man arrested for shooting 5 women who tried to stop him from abusing his girlfriend. Girlfriend and her mother are among the deceased victims. But the girlfriend is still alive, I believe, and I think she is currently pregnant. But he's in custody right now. And basically the whole topic of tonight was pretty much, excuse me, if you saw a domestic situation going on, are you going to intervene and stop it? Or are you going to, mind your business and call the police? Leah, what inspired you to do videos like this? Pretty much there was definitely a lack of people talk, I guess, on YouTube for me, talking about black and brown victims and cases, like missing cases, true crime cases, domestic abuse, because there's really not a lot of cases that talk about just us and bring awareness for us, whether that's police brutality, you know, men and women of color being killed, men and women of color, they're missing and no one wants to talk about it. So I saw that was a need. And there's also other channels that talk about just like black women that are missing, or black women that were killed, or black women that were in domestic violence situations, and they really just dedicate their channel for just black women, which I think is a need. But I wanted to talk about black women and black men. I wanted to talk about all of us. That's just my channel. That doesn't mean that I don't care about black women as well because I'm talking about black men. Because that was a thing too when I started. But so I really just wanted a platform where I just wanted to talk about that. Because I barely saw anything on that on YouTube. I barely did. And it's sad because no one would know any of the cases. Like some cases that I talk about, I wouldn't even know. I really would not know about it unless I saw it on Twitter, or if some of you guys sent it to me, which is sad because a lot of these cases should definitely be out in the mainstream, but it's not. Even with my concealed carry weapon, I think I'd call the cops, but not physically involve myself. I have a daughter to get home to. I've been in DV relationship, and I know how deadly it may turn. Yes, I agree, Annalie. I'm the same. I have a daughter too, so I'm definitely thinking twice. I have a 1 year old, so I'm thinking twice about anything that I get myself involved in. Honestly, even if I did carry, like you said, a concealed carry weapon, I think I would definitely still call the cops. I would call the cops first. I would definitely call the police because there's a risk to jump in the middle of an altercation. You may never know the outcome. Exactly, D. I agree. I agree. Thank you for sharing, Annalie. I'm definitely minding my business, but I will call the popo and remain anonymous. Yeah, most people would. Most people would remain anonymous because you don't want that getting back to you, or you don't know. You want to protect yourself also. But then, like we talked about earlier, there's situations where this could go on to this domestic violence is probably going on with a family member or someone close to you. You know, are you still calling the police, or are you getting yourself involved? Like, that's another situation you got to double think. You got to double think on as well. Like, you can't move on emotion sometimes. You got to really like think things through. The highest rates of police killing are domestic violence calls, but sad but true. Wow. Yeah, there was a situation that happened too where I actually stay. I think there was a domestic violence situation. And you would never think that, honestly. You would never think that. You would never think anything like that. Because there's a lot of, newlyweds and older people that live here. So you would never really like think that, but it's there. Those situations are happening right underneath your nose. I'll be dead and gone, and sis would be late up watching the BET Awards with her abuser. Yeah, there's a lot of situations like that too, where you putting your life at risk, but you know, sis still want to be with her man, or he still want to be with his girl. So you got to think twice about that situation. I'll call the police and pray, but the woman don't leave. Yeah, some stay, some leave. I think you gotta want to leave. Anna Lee, I know you said you've been in a DV relationship and you know how deadly it may turn. Um, what are the things that you did to kind of get yourself out of those situations? Like, what are some things that you were like, you know what, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that to kind of get myself, or try to just cut myself? If you want to share, if you do, if you're still in here. Forever Myra J. I saw a family member being hit badly. He rearranged my cousin's face. I stayed in my car and I saw it all. But I was calling the police. I was also in a state of shock. I couldn't move. There's situations like that. Yeah, I can see that. I honestly, I could see how you would be like, what the heck is going on? My cousin didn't go to court and ended up getting back with him. Mm, that's sad. Hopefully one day she gets the strength to really just leave that situation and really try to. Yeah, we're gonna stay on here on a couple minutes and then I'll say my goodbyes and get a good night's rest. Watching Tubi now. Thanks for sharing. All right, y'all. Well, I really wanted to just share this case with you guys real quick. The domestic violence hotline is down below. 800-799-SAFE-7233. It's right down here. And a woman went to pick up her friend whose husband had just beat her. As soon as the friend pulled up, the husband shot the friend in the head. Yeah, there's a lot of situations like that. You just got to think twice. But if anyone's in here that's in a, domestic situation, the number is down here. I'm praying that you just protect yourself. I'm praying everyone just starts, protecting themselves and definitely moving around because, it's getting darker now. It's getting colder. Make sure your locations are on. Make sure you're communicating with family where you're at. Make sure you're indoors at a certain time. Make sure, if you're going to your car, if you're going to the gym early in the mornings, if you're even just traveling out by yourself, just be aware of your surroundings. Make sure you're okay. Make sure, you're alert. I pray for protection over every viewer tonight. I pray for peace. I pray for guidance. In Jesus' name, I pray. And I also pray that you guys just have a great day tomorrow as well. Tomorrow's Friday. So I'm praying that y'all are just safe out here and okay. Your daughter must be well behaved. My kids would be loud and bouncing off the walls. Girl, she on a schedule. She sleep. She is on a schedule. Great live. I'm glad I caught it. Yeah, I'm glad you guys tuned in tonight because I knew it was a little late, but I'm like, nah, let's talk about this real quick. But guys, I will definitely see you guys sometime this week or next week with a new case video. Send me some case recommendations to my email. Thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight, and I'll see you guys in the next live.